Hello, I'm Damon Bailey, and well done for taking time to improve your knowledge about the IELTS speaking test. In our second video, we're going to be looking at part 2 of the speaking test, which is called the long turn. We will look at how you should prepare before starting the long turn and what the examiner is listening for during this section of the speaking test. You'll know that part 2 of the speaking test is beginning because the examiner will say the following. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about this topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you speak, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes on this piece of paper if you wish. Do you understand? Here's your topic. I'd like you to describe. The examiner will give you the following things. A cue card, like the one you can see here. This cue card contains the topic that you will talk about. The examiner will also provide a pencil and a piece of paper. You will get 1 minute to make notes about the topic that you've been given. It's important to use your 1 minute thinking time wisely by making sure that you read and understand the topic. Make sure you understand the topic fully, because if you need to ask any questions, you should do this during your 1 minute thinking time. So let's look at how to make notes for the long turn. When making notes, I always try to jot down enough points so that I cover everything on the cue card. At the top of the card, you'll be asked to describe something. So the first thing I do is to jot down some points for the description at the top. Next, I make notes for each of the prompts on the cue card. And at the bottom of the card, you'll be asked to explain something. So I add some final points for the explanation and think about how I will summarize my talk in the final sentence. When you're making your notes, make sure you do not write sentences because this takes too much time. Just write keywords or short phrases that will help you remember the various parts of your short story. Then expand on each point and offer more details about each one. These notes are for you, not the examiner, so you don't have to write full words, just simple notes that you will understand. Make sure you write on the piece of paper you were given and not on the topic card. After you make some short notes, the examiner will then let you know that it's time to begin your long turn by saying something like this. All right, now remember, you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about this topic, and don't worry if I stop you. I'll tell you when the time's up. Could you start speaking now, please? During the long turn, you can keep the cue card with you, and you're able to look at it while you're speaking. You're expected to speak continuously for 1 to 2 minutes. So here's an example of how I would complete the long turn. When I begin my talk, I like to start with an opening statement that answers the description at the top of the card, and then I continue to cover each of the following points on the card. The most interesting city I've visited is Chiang Mai in northern Thailand. Chiang Mai is situated approximately 700 kilometers north of Bangkok, which is Thailand's biggest city. I've been to Chiang Mai 3 times, but my most memorable visit was in November of 2016 when I went there for the Loy Krathong Lantern Festival. It's a spectacular event with thousands of lanterns released into the night sky, a scene which, to me, almost resembled jellyfish floating in the ocean. I dreamed of attending this festival for many years, so I was really happy to be able to tick this off my bucket list. When I stayed in Chiang Mai, I visited a Buddhist temple at Doi Satep. The temple was built in the 14th century and it's located in the hills outside Chiang Mai, so it affords visitors some fantastic views back to Chiang Mai city. The centre of Chiang Mai consists of an old city which is surrounded by some crumbling brick walls. Housed within the old city are a number of impressive temples, and I visited many of the most well-known ones. The old city was really interesting to me because there are a number of art galleries within the city walls, and many people are undertaking a variety of different creative projects. Chiang Mai has a really relaxed, laid-back atmosphere, and there are also lots of places to try some great local food or buy local goods at an array of different street markets. I really enjoy visiting Chiang Mai because it's such a wonderful mix of an ancient culture and traditions, but it has all the modern amenities you need to make your trip comfortable and enjoyable. I highly recommend it as a tourist destination, and I'm planning to go back to Chiang Mai again in the future. After 2 minutes is up, the examiner will say thank you. When you hear this, you can stop speaking immediately, as there's no need to finish what you're saying. So what skills are being tested during part 2 of the speaking test? Part 2 of the speaking test looks closely at your skill and ability in narrating and telling a story. The most important skills that are looked at when you're narrating a story are fluency. Can you keep talking continuously, and do you do so at a natural speed? And coherence. Are you able to speak in a way that can easily be followed because the story you tell is complete, logically arranged, and all connected so as to form a whole? During the long turn, the examiner is listening to hear that each idea or piece of information is linked by introductory expressions or phrases, such as, when I stayed in Chiang Mai, I visited. I really enjoy visiting Chiang Mai because. Phrases like these introduce the main points in your talk, and this helps your story to flow more smoothly, giving the story a sense of wholeness. It's important that you stay on topic and cover what's been asked on the cue card in your story. You should also ensure that all the points are linked together in a logical sequence. We recommend that you follow the same order as on the card. After you've completed the 2-minute long turn, the examiner may ask 1 to 2 follow-up questions that are related to the topic you spoke about during the long turn. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and please like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. If you would like to know more about us, please check out our website at IELTSwiz.com. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video, which will be about speaking part 3.